Get lost, you beggar. This is our
The
fire.
hardships of being a refugee are well known.
Take your shit and get the hell out of here.
They have to fight everywhere.
Now get out of here.
We are able to witness the life of one such refugee in the film My Name is Loh Kiwan. Loh Kiwan is a defector who is desperate for survival, and he meets a girl who's lost her will to live. The film delves into the pair's unlikely bond amidst near impossible challenges. Now let's begin by exploring the story and unraveling its mysteries. At the beginning of the movie, we see, with a counterfeit passport in hand, Loh Kiwan arrives at the Belgium airport. Kiwan arrives at the reception center to start with the legal procedure required to seek asylum. The challenge is to prove he is from North Korea and not a South Korean pretending to be a defector.
Camp 7, Hasan Collective Farm, Musugun Democratic People's Republic of Korea. I was born in Farm 7.
The legal process turns out to be time-consuming, and Kiwan has no choice but to wander the streets of Belgium searching for work and shelter. Loh Kiwan and his mother escaped from North Korea and settled in China. But unfortunately, their lives did not turn out the way they had imagined. Kiwan lost his job at the factory after he protested against the ill treatment of a worker.
It's my fault. I should have turned a blind eye when the boss was beating up Chongjin. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to be in hiding like this.
He also came under the radar of the People's Police. The police tracked down Kiwan's mother at his birthday night and inquired about Kiwan. She denied knowing him without realizing that he was waiting right outside the back door. When she opened the back door to hide from the police, she saw her son standing in front of her. The police, too, noticed it and chased the mother and son. They ran for their lives. Before Kiwan realized it, his mother was run over by a truck. In a blink of an eye, Kiwan lost his mother. He was not ready to leave her yet, but his mother begged him to run and live for her sake. Later, when he met his uncle, he was told that his mother's body was sold to a hospital for money. His uncle encouraged him to fulfill his mother's dying wish.
You can't die, you hear? Do it for your mother's sake, okay? Do you hear me?
Kiwan held on to the wallet full of money for as long as he could because it was the only thing he had left of his mother. Kiwan has spent nights living in a washroom and sometimes at a laundry store. The next morning, when he wakes up, he sees his wallet missing. Upon checking the surveillance footage, the police track down the thief. Kiwan begs the woman to return the wallet.
The money that you stole from me, I obtained it from selling my mother's body. So please tell me where my wallet is.
And she is ready to do so if he restrains from filing a police complaint. While Kiwan waits, Marie goes to the basement of a bar to meet her dealer, Cyril. She owes him money, and he refuses to hand over the wallet. Marie is a former shooting athlete, and he offers her to work for him to get the wallet back. She has no choice but to agree to the deal. Marie is an addict who despised her father. She could not recover from her mother's demise, especially after finding out that her father had euthanized her.
Were you never planning to tell me?
Just give it here.
You killed her? Euthanasia? So Mom didn't just die then?
Marie helps Kiwan to find a job at a meat factory. Kiwan finally has a job and a place to stay. Marie eventually returns the wallet to him. A romantic connection develops between Kiwan and Marie. Yoon Seong does not approve of his daughter's proximity to Kiwan. He believes Kiwan could never provide the support that Marie needed.
She needs someone strong, someone who can support her, not someone who's just as unstable as she is.
Kiwan finds a friend in Kim Seon-ju, a Chinese-Korean worker at the factory. When Kiwan expresses how he is struggling to prove in court that he is a North Korean defector, Seon-ju agrees to be his witness. Yoon Seong helps Kiwan connect with a qualified advocate to help him with the case. On the day of the court hearing, Seon-ju gives a false witness. She is his only hope, and she breaks his trust.
They pretend to be North Korean defectors immigrating for refugee benefits. I suspected Mr. Loh might be one of them.
Kiwan leaves his job at the factory and starts working at a restaurant. Han-cheul meets him one morning and apologizes for lying at the courthouse. She explains that a refugee officer had come to the factory and threatened to shut it down if Kiwan's documents were found to be forged. The officer warned her that her visa would not be renewed if she did not provide a false statement.
The office came to the factory. They said they would shut us down if they learned your documents were forged. So that's why we let you take the fall for everyone else.
Marie got caught up in her dealer's mess. Marie won the first shooting match for Kiwan's sake, but the second time she was asked to participate in a fixed match, she refused to cooperate. Marie intentionally shot way out of target and lost the match, leaving Cyril furious. She assumed that if she failed to prove her worth, he would let go of her. Kiwan is surprised when he later receives a parcel from Han-cheul. She found an article that could help Kiwan. The article is about his mother's accident, and it had her photo as well. The evidence is strong enough for Kiwan to get approved as a refugee in Belgium. But suddenly, Cyril calls Marie when she is about to enter the courthouse and threatens to kill Kiwan if she fails to meet him.
I swear, Marie, this is your last chance. Get your ass over here. Unless you want to see a bullet hole in your lover's skull.
Upon reaching his spot, she discovers that Cyril's business associate, Gerd, is waiting there. He demands that Marie play every season in exchange for the debt Cyril owes him. Tired of being controlled by Gerd, Cyril protests and kills him with his axe. Cyril plans to escape to Amsterdam with Marie. That time, Marie's absence from the courthouse got Kiwan worried, and he left the courthouse in the middle of the hearing. Kiwan comes to rescue Marie. Cyril and Kiwan get into a fight, and suddenly, Marie shoots Cyril in the hand. Since Gerd's men would not give up so easily, Marie has no choice but to leave Belgium for her safety. Marie's father helps her escape, and before she leaves, they mend their relationship. At the end of the movie, Marie and Kiwan parted ways, with Marie leaving the country to escape Gerd's men. The movie's ending takes us a year forward. After Marie left, he continued to work at the restaurant, and he finally received the approval to live in Belgium as a refugee. Kiwan sends a letter to Marie's father. In it, he mentions that he has given up his Belgian citizenship and refugee status as they are holding him back to one place. In the final scene, he shows up in Amsterdam near a beach where Marie works. As their eyes meet, they run towards each other and hug tightly. This film is not based on a true story, but it does highlight the real situation of refugees. This masterpiece has an IMDb rating of 6.8. We're glad you're enjoying the story so far. Please join us for the next one. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It inspires us greatly. Stay tuned.